What's going on, you guys? I'd like to welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. And today I got one for shit. Excuse me, One Piece chapter 1045. And you can tell by the title of this video that I did not like this chapter at all. No need to be beating around the bush. I thought it was garbage. I hated everything about it. As far as like a storytelling standpoint, it's completely understandable. Everything about it makes sense. As for like Otis, I guess you could say his style of writing and like what he wanted to do with the character of Luffy, subvert expectations. You know what I'm saying? Take the different route other than like normal shonen tropes. But at the same time, I'm a guy who likes shonen tropes. You know what I'm saying? So this particular chapter just didn't work for me and my liking of, and I know obviously One Piece has like goofy moments. You can point to like all of Luffy's fights and you'll find some goofy moments and shit in there. But the best way to describe this chapter for me personally is One Piece has been Teen Titans. There's serious stuff there, but they joke a lot in there too, and it's very, very funny. And it went from Teen Titans to Teen Titans Go, which I'm not a fan of. And that's exactly what this chapter does for me. I think the lack of tension that Wano's already had suffers even more from this whole awakening. Like I've told people numerous times, I never had a problem with Luffy awakening his devil fruit. It only makes sense for him to awaken it. How he awakened it, that right there is a story for another day, because I've talked about it endlessly. Like him being knocked out or dead, which they refer to in the beginning of this chapter. I wasn't a fan of that. I wish it would have happened like during the actual fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's something he like discovering. You know, his heart just started beating different in the middle of the fight. But like I said, this is Oda's story, so he's gonna tell the story how he wants to. I'm just particular. I've never had an anime chapter make me feel like this. Like I was dead after reading this. I was just like it completely took any anticipation I had out of anything else further than this chapter. In all honesty, I don't care about how the interaction with Blackbeard's gonna go now. Sakazuki. Granted, I mostly watch for Zoro, watch and read for Zoro, but there's other things that happened. I'd be like, oh, that was fucking cool. Seeing new characters. Oda introduces a lot of cool characters. And I'm 2.5 minutes in this thing, and it's a fucking rant already. But at the end of the day, I just wasn't a fan. So we get into the chapter, and Kaido's wondering what's going on. Him and Luffy are both surprised, like how the fuck are you up? Like Luffy like I don't know. And so then, we start to see the fight go on, and Kaido's like wondering, okay, I guess you awaken your devil fruit now, but the transformation that's more of a Zoan type. So obviously Luffy nor Kaido know that Luffy is actually a Zoan Devil Fruit user. You know what I'm saying? I obviously think he's a Paramecia this entire time. And then we immediately get into like the wacky shit. Kaido eats Luffy, swallows him, which is I don't just dumb battle strategy to me, especially for like the King of the Beast. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jesus Christ. He eats him. Luffy goes into Kaido's stomach and starts doing some bouncy shit now. And then he does Gum Gum Balloon, and Kaido's stomach swells up. Luffy's devil fruit is affecting literally everything around him, which is what devil fruits do. Even though he's a Zoan. But this is a different type of Zoan. This is a different type of mythical Zoan, because it's just mainly for Paramecia users, but obviously Sun God does whatever he wants to do. Okay, so Kaido turns to a balloon, bro, and starts floating. Which at this moment I'm like, okay, what? I'm like, what is this? Like we've seen Luffy take a punch from Sengoku like using the balloon. Okay, so it's not like it's something we've never seen before. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And we continue, and Momo and Yamato are looking, and Kaido's just wondering, and then the shit just keeps going. Luffy is looking for a way to escape Kaido. He literally goes through Kaido's eyes and grabs his nose and catapults himself out of Kaido. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, what the, okay, this is just getting dumber and dumber by the second. Okay, like people, I did not like the chapter. All right, so if you're looking for some positive feedback, that is probably not what this is going to be. This is probably not the video you want to watch. I did not like it. Simple as that. But I wanted to review it because by the end of this, I'm gonna give you like full thoughts, or during and by the end of this, you're gonna pretty much get to my point. Escape rocket, Luffy lets the balloon go and he goes into the sky. And probably the coolest thing about it, he comes out as a giant. We get giant Luffy, and we learned this chapter that everything he's covered in white. His clothes are white, his hair is white. We've been seeing everybody how everybody else been drawn, but I like that Oda like lets it's actually white. Okay, cool. He's a giant, and every Momonosuke, everybody's just like what? And Kaido bites him. Luffy probably lets out some cartoonish scream. He grabs Kaido. He starts jumping rope with Kaido, king of the beasts, the strongest creature. And at this point in the chapter, when I was reading the chapter, this is where I completely checked out. This was the straw that broke the camel's back right here. I said, yeah, I don't care about this. This shit is stupid. Like for the entire, just for a while, the tension has not been there. Okay. Like you never felt in danger for literally anybody unless they're on the opposite side. Okay. When I'm reading this chapter, it makes me think about all the things that I've hated. Not even just necessarily goofy stuff. It's just stuff that I've hated. It makes me think back to how the Toby Ropo was a disappointment, King and Queen's betrayal, how Jack was portrayed to be one thing and then it was being just cannon fodder for people. I'm thinking, okay, Yonko Alliance is supposed to be this big deal, and then fucking Big Mom's gone. Fucking Kaido's being used as a jump rope, bro. I said, yeah, this shit too cartoonish for me. And I get it. That's what Luffy, he had Toon Force. So everybody's saying Toon Force. Pirate, I haven't even said Pirate Jesus. Not one time. I know this is what he is, but like, I don't even know if that's fitting for what this is. And Kaido hits him with a blast breath. Luffy's going down. And at this point, I know, okay, nothing Kaido does actually means anything. It literally means nothing anymore. Okay? It literally doesn't mean anything anymore. So when I see him take the blast breath, I'm just kind of like, all right, whatever. Fucking Afro Luffy, I'm just like, all right, whatever. I mean, I'm just trying to get through the chapter at this point. So Luffy literally does a road runner run, or I don't know, Wile E. Coyote, when they just in the air dangling, and he runs back up to Onigashima. I don't give a damn what nobody say. There are certain times where shit and One Piece feels funny and goofy, and it'd be good. A lot of times it'd be good, and a lot of times you laugh. This one felt like you took it to the highest degree, and then it went further, and just like it went overboard for me personally. Just me personally. Luffy comes back. Kaido's doing a Conqueror of Three Worlds attack. Conqueror of Three Worlds, which we haven't seen him use nothing but once, I want to say, and that was when that's when he hit Luffy with that. I think right before Zoro hit Luffy with Ashura. I mean, Zoro hit Kaido with Ashura. I want to say that's when that was. Was that chapter 10 or 1009? Something like that. And Luffy goes back up and Kaido smashing him through the roof. Luffy has eyes popping out his head. Everybody sees him. And then we see eyes popping out of kids. Law, and like it just doesn't even look right. Like, so Luffy's Devil Fruit is now affecting literally everyone. Everything and everyone. Kaido's just kind of like, bro, this is from some kind of comic strip. I don't mind like goofy shit, bro, but this just, I felt like everything I read, I felt like I wasted time reading this, because like, if you would have showed me this at any given point, And I'd be like, that's what you can expect later on. I would have stopped. I'm like, I'm not interested in shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how different it is. Like that's not my type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with comedy and anything. I love fucking comedy. Goofy. I love cartoons. Fuck. Just I didn't feel like the mix was well. Like this was just a whole, you know. And we see Kaido. He's just like, bruh, that was entertaining. You gonna die? Luffy like, whatever. Who says I'm at my limit? And then he goes out of gear fifth. Luffy is he goes out of gear fifth, and you know what he does to get back? It basically tells his heart to start back beating before this. Kaido was telling him how I haven't tell everybody how great this battle was and so on and so forth. Kaido's battle's been okay. I don't think anybody putting this in their top One Piece fights. You know, well then again, there is a large majority of people who really like the direction that this went. So I can't speak for everybody. I guess I can only speak for myself. And then Kaido says Luffy says this can't end yet. He thinks about Momo, he thinks about Tama, he thinks about Kinemon, he thinks about Pedro. Kaido like, ro. Be careful. Careful or you will die. And Luffy like, you think I'm afraid? Look, obviously Luffy's not afraid of dying because he know he can't die. He's the MC. Well, he doesn't know that, but like, yeah, he can't die. And Kaido says, very well then. And Kaido goes to basically turn Luffy into a pack, and Luffy head forms around Kaido's Kanambo, his club. I could be forgetting the name. Yeah, just more comedy. And then Kaido hits him again on the top of the head. Luffy bounces down and turns the ground into rubber and bounces back up. And then he goes in for an attack, and Kaido just looked like, what the fuck? What have I gotten myself into? What kind of fight am I in? Like, who's writing this? Who's writing this? Kaido deserves so much better. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. Kaido deserves so much better. I wish Kaido would have been a Yu Yu Hakusho villain. So great. He said, what does all of this mean? He turns all white. He uses a color of armament and the Supreme King, and he can transfer his powers to other things. I've never seen such a free-willing combat before. I just had to make sure we acknowledge the stuff that Luffy is doing is because he's free. We have to acknowledge that. But Kaido also said, there's no one in this world who can defeat me. Which kind of leads me to wonder, like, Kaido acknowledged some people a while back. I'm just more concerned about when did Kaido lose his fights and when did he become the strongest? When was people like, you know? Because Kaido like, nigga, can't nobody fucking beat me. I'm like, damn, you said that in the middle of a fight. All right. Well, we done seen you tired now, Kaido. You was on your knees, like holding your club, like shit. I'm getting tired. And then Luffy punches through Kaido's face, literally. Luffy literally punches through Kaido's face. Mind you, at this point, I'm fucking checked out. I'm just reading to be fucking reading now. And Kaido goes down, and Luffy says, isn't this fun, Kaido? And that's the end of the chapter. No break next week. One Piece will be back. I won't review no more chapters. So if this is your first time watching and you're like, well, don't fucking read, cool. I just know I have an audience, whether it's small, whether they come from TikTok or whatever, who wanted to know my full thoughts on this chapter. And I'm just, this is it. This is not my type of content. It's not what I want. Like, it's too much of a joke. I can deal with the jokey stuff. I can. It's just too much of a joke. Best part of this entire fight, I would say when like it was the Supernovas versus Kaido and Big Mom. That shit was so much more better, so much better than this. You know, because I kind of feel like the stakes, the stuff that's on the line, and it just goes down to this. Granted, this is who. Look, I'm not saying this is bad writing. It's just not what I personally like to see. Therefore, I'm uninterested. This is just, it's, to put it simple, it's stupid to me. I've never, like, I'm not even mad. I'm not frustrated. The more I talk about it, I think the angrier I get. But I think when I read this chapter, I just kind of like, okay, I'm done. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this no more. That's legit. My only reaction was I was just like, yeah, I just don't want to talk about this no more. This wasn't this wasn't to my liking. And considering the path that it's probably about to take, there's gonna be more stuff like this. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. You know. So yeah, this is the worst chapter. Well, I won't say worst because I think as a story it fits for that. Even though I do think it went overboard, but that could be what Oda wanted. Well, it's obviously what Oda wanted. But as for my personal enjoyment, I've never disliked a manga chapter more than this one, ever. Like I can't even name too many anime episodes that I've like just in the anime that I watch and enjoy. Because it's not like One Piece isn't something I watch and enjoy. It's one of my favorite all time anime, right? But for this to be something that happened in such a, I just checked out. Like I'm just like, nah, this is not to my liking at all. So yeah, that was my review for chapter 1045. Yeah, that was bad, and I don't want to see any more of it. So there you have it. Anybody who was like, "I'm so happy you're done talking about One Piece," congratulations. But it had nothing to do with you. It just I will enjoy the first 700 and some episodes, and I'm gonna leave it there. So yeah, I think this single chapter knocked One Piece out of my top 5. I'm just ranting, or just dragging this on. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about the chapter down in the comments. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the vid. Hope you guys staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.